Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want some eggs for breakfast. I want some eggs for breakfast. Eggs. I want some eggs for breakfast. Give it.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy. Just come back at you one more time, and this time we have our first new look at Zachary Levi's costume in the movie Shazam, which is a DC product. And there is a write-up in MovieWeb.com. There's a few write-ups, but this is the one that I'm going to read for you guys, and it reads as follows. It appears as though we have our first look at Zachary Levi in costume as Shazam. And for better or for worse, it may not be what many DC fans were expecting. Filming started recently on DC movie, which has been in development for years. They've been talking about Shazam for way too long. And finally got going under the direction of David F. Sandberg from Lights Out, Annabelle the Creation. Though Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam will not appear in this version, now thanks to a set photo that has leaked online, we may have our first look at Levi in costume, which reveals quite a bit in terms of what to expect from Shazam when it arrives in theaters. The photo was first posted to the DC Cinematic Reddit page and features Zachary Levi standing amidst members of the film crew in his Shazam costume. The costume in many ways, even though we're only seeing it from the back, looks to be quite faithful to the colorful, bright costume from the world of DC Comics. It also, in stark contrast to what we're used to with the recent live-action DC Comics, which could be good or bad depending on how you feel about movies like Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League. The photo also reveals Christmas decorations in the background, which implies that the movie will take place around the holiday season. It is also pretty clear that even though Zachary Levi has been reportedly bulking up for the role ever since he landed the title role in Shazam last fall, that the suit has been padded. It looks padded when you look at the picture. Henry Cavill is a man of great stature, and he's quite built so he can play Superman without augmenting his muscles. Shazam is meant to be just as big as a character like Superman, but Levi clearly isn't that big in real life. So are they going to CGI some of muscles on him in post-production? Either way, it looks like they're not going to slim down the character for the Shazam movie. Shazam is one of very few sure things when it comes to the future of live-action DC movies. Warner Brothers had decided to completely shift their strategy following the disappointment of Justice League. Outside of Shazam, they also have Aquaman coming out this December and Wonder Woman 2 next year. It also looks like Suicide Squad will still happen. But beyond that, not even the Batman is as sure as it once was. With that in mind, Shazam will represent the first movie to actually enter production with this new mindset and new DC film team in place, which could result in a very different kind of DC movie, one with padded suit muscles. So terrible. In addition to Zachary Levi, the movie also stars Asher Angel as the young boy who transforms into the DC hero, which is Billy Batson. That's the character's name. Grace Fulton, Cooper Andrews, Jake Dylan Grazer, Ian Shin, Javon Armand, Faith Herman, and Ron Cephas Jones are also on board, with Mark Strong as the main villain, Dr. Zavano, whom you can also see standing in the photo. Oh, yeah, you do see him in the background. Though we're not sure he's in costume, Shazam is set to arrive in theaters on April 5th, 2019. Be sure to check out the set photo featuring Zachary. Okay, that's so. The picture, basically, we'll have it propped up right here so you can see. I mean, we get to see it from the back and partially from the side. And based off what I have seen in the comics and in the in the cartoon movies, it's very true to the comic book look with the kind of like the double cape with the hood. And I think that's always the hood is something I think they brought in later. It wasn't always with the character, if I'm correct. Now, for most people, from my understanding, how I always understood Shazam was Billy Batson was picked by this sorcerer, this kind of sorcerer supreme type thing, like Doctor Strange, and he was given this power. And Black Adam also was chosen a long time ago to get the same power. Black Adam became obsessed with greed and power, and that's how he became bad. So when Billy Batson becomes Shazam, of course he just has to yell out the word Shazam, and he becomes the character. I mean, overall, from what I've seen in comic books, this looks true to form. Of course, like I said, like they were saying, Zachary Levi isn't as stout and as muscular as Henry Cavill, but also Henry Cavill, I think, might be a couple inches taller. So we'll see. We'll see what entails in the future. We still got some time before this movie comes out. There's going to be plenty of pictures that's going to get leaked before then. There'll probably be some more leaked within the next 2 months, because since they're actually filming right now. What are your thoughts? I want to know what you think. How do you feel? Do you think that the new direction of DC, is this movie going to be too light, too bubbly? Most DC films have a darker tone to them. They have a more realistic tone to them. So in that essence, will this be more like a Marvel film than like a DC film? If you like what you see, that's great. If you don't, tell me why. Let me know why you think this isn't cool. What would you prefer? What would you do differently? What would you do differently with the DCEU? How would you fix it? How would you change it? How would you make it better? Leave your comment down below. I'll leave a link in the description to this article. My name is Jason. I hope you like what you heard dealing with Shazam and its first look at Zachary Levi in the costume. Subscribe, like, share. Hope you're having a wonderful day, night, morning, noon, evening, wherever you are in the world today. And I'll catch you right back here on Nonpfixion. All right.
First I was like, screw